TD Jones Properties, and I am so excited because we have a special guest, James Huggins, who is a property inspector here in Los Angeles. So we're very excited to hear his expert advice about home inspections. So let's dive in. James, tell us a little bit about the role of a property inspector.
Well, the role of property inspector is to come in, evaluate the property from basically from top to bottom. We look at our major components. We're going to look once again, and it's going to be pretty consistent with plumbing, electrical, roof, attic. If the property is raised, or if it's on a slab it's raised, we're going to be under the property. Basically, that means the property is built up versus on a slab of concrete, which they pour. We're going to check the crawl space for that to make sure that the foundation is good. And that goes either way if it's on a crawl space or a slab. Want to make sure there's no cracks or displacements or things like that. We're going to check your AC and heating, because in California you have to have heat. So we're going to check those functions, windows and doors, just to make sure everything is functional throughout the house to help prevent any problems down the line that you aren't aware of during the purchasing process.
Some people would say, well, why is it important to have a property inspection?
Interesting you say that. I run across that often. But it's very important during the process because you want to know, you're making a big investment first of all, and you like to know what is going on with the property in terms of the electrical. Once again, if there's any hot spots, I'll kind of give you an idea. If there's any hot spots with the electrical, plumbing, if there's any issues with the plumbing in terms of any leaks, especially in multi-family properties where you have one pipeline that's going for all units. You want to make sure that that pipe is clear, no cracks, displacements, or tree roots. So that's an inspection that you like to get done. Electrical wise, you want to make sure your electrical system is good. You have 4 meters or 3 meters or 2 meters. Just depends on how many units you're dealing with, and as well as the foundation. You want to make sure structurally that everything is fine. Roof wise, attic, there's various things that we'd like to go over within the process, but those are some of the few major components that we most definitely want to emphasize.
Got it. And it's especially important in a multifamily because a lot of times the owner isn't living at the property. So they don't even know the condition that some of the units are in, and sometimes your tenants don't report things to you. What are the risks of not getting that property inspection?
The risks are high in the sense that if you don't get that property inspection, you're kind of like gambling in a sense, because you are investing in a property, and you're not aware of any problems that may arise after close of escrow, such as plumbing issues, foundation issues, or mold issues, or windows and doors and things of that nature not working, closing, plumbing issues in terms of leaks under sinks and things. So you want to know those things prior to close. No smoke detectors, carbon monoxide, just little things that you as a property owner or potential buyer want to know, so you won't have to take on this expense early on at the close of escrow.
Yeah, and you may want to really get an understanding of what is wrong or what may need improvements, because you want to add that into your budget or your plan once you buy the property. Okay. You don't want that to be a surprise. So I always try to tell my clients, it's really important to get the property inspection so they understand if there are plumbing issues or a roof needs to be replaced, that they're prepared for that, or that's something that we can ask the seller to address before we actually close on the property. When my buyer gets this property report, what are some of the major things that they should look for as a red flag?
Interesting. This is a question that we get often, and each buyer is different. We always like to say that initially each buyer is different. Everyone has their own things that they would like to see fixed or are concerned with, but everything in the beginning of the report is going to be highlighted in red, and that's going to show all the health and safety issues and or sometimes even minor issues that are going to be on the report that your agent and you can go over and pick out the things that are important to you, as well as, once again, like I said, we'll have the major components like railing that's missing for safety, or if there's no smoke detectors, or if there's some electrical issues, or foundation or roof or plumbing. All those things will be highlighted in red as a danger for you to go over, and then you guys can decide from there how you want to approach the project.
Like you said, every buyer is different, so it depends how experienced they are. Some buyers, they may see a new roof as not a big deal, but someone that's new and just getting started, that might be a major issue that like they don't even want to take on.
Yeah, totally. And we could talk for weeks about this and days about this, because there's so many different aspects to the home inspection process. You know, some buyers may have a trade, or they may come in and remodel the unit, so they may not be concerned about a broken or non-functioning dishwasher or faucet that's leaking. They may not be too concerned about that, but that could be an issue for another tenant or another buyer, who coming in with their income isn't as, or their disposable income, I should say, is not as high, and they need to come in with a property that's more functional. That may be a concern for them, because you potentially could get mold and things of that nature if you don't repair those things, and then it could become into a health and safety issue over time. So, like I said, that's why it depends on the buyer.
Okay, got it. I specialize in multifamily, so I'd love to know if there's any pertinent information that you think is specific to multifamily in regards to property inspection, or how to go about it, or what to look for, that really multifamily investors and owners should know about.
To be honest, the process is pretty much similar in the residential process in terms of what we look for as home inspectors. Only thing that's different for the most part is that everything is times 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever the property entails in terms of units, because everything's going to be multiplied. You're going to have 4 or 2 hot water heaters, or you're going to have 4 to 6 or 8 or whatever gas meters. So those are things that the homeowner, or the property owner, the potential buyer, is going to want to know how many meters that they have, how many gas meters do they have, how many electrical meters do they have. Is the foundation raised or on a slab, because that's going to give them easier access to the plumbing in the event they have some issues.
Or if it's master metered.
Yep, or if it's master metered, exactly. Or
Can increase their, some of their bills, the utility bills.
Yep,
So,
one hot water heater per unit, or it's one for the whole building. Then that's a cost or expense that they may have to incur. So those are some of the main things.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us at TD Jones Properties today. And for all of you investors and buyers out there on your investment journey, please take a look at James' website. It is HuggsQualityInspections.com. That's HUGGS QualityInspections.com. And we will see you next time for more TS Tips.